Hi friends and welcome to another video on the Racing Family channel. My name is Big Z and today I will present you another mod for the game Assetto Corsa version 1.16.3, 1.16.4. And as you can see on your screens, the car in the question is a Mazda 787B. All credits for this mod goes to KUNOS Simulazioni Studio team. And thank you KUNOS Simulazioni Studio team for your time and for your hard work on this mod. In the description of this video you will have a link to download this mod for free. Direct link to download mod will be attached to each video in the description if mod is free, or link from the page where you can buy mod if isn't. The RAR folder you get from download link will have a car inside with 5 basic skins versions. For this mod you don't need to have a custom shader patch to be able to use this car in the game. The initial design of the 787B was based on the 767 and 767B. Many of the mechanical elements of the 767 were carried over by the 787's designer Nigel Stout. However, some major changes were made to improve performance. The most notable change was the replacement of the 767's 13J Wankel rotary engine for the new 2.6-liter R26B engine. This custom-built rotary engine featured a near-identical layout and displacement as the 13J, but featured new design elements such as 3 spark plugs per rotor, continuously variable intakes, carbon fiber apex seals, and variable length trumpets. The Mazda 787B was the culmination of Mazda's rotary engine Group C race cars, but no one expected that afternoon on June 23, 1991, in those days a smaller Japanese company called Mazda would be inscribed with golden letters in the history of motorsport as the first Japanese company which was ever win on the 24 hours of Le Mans with a rotary engine. Basically that was a double win, win for the people from Japan and win for the rotary or Wankel engines. Later in 2018, the winning streak was continued by Toyota with their model TS050, which was also the first victory for the Toyota Gazoo Racing on the 24 hours of Le Mans. In this beautiful car from Mazda we have a 2.6-liter water-cooled naturally aspirated R26B-R4 rotary engine with 700 horsepower, 608 Nm of torque. Induction system of this engine is a telescopic intake manifold system, and don't be confused with variable length intake manifold. Fuel feed Nippon Dense electronic fuel injections, lubrication wet zone. Displacement of this engine is 2616 cubic centimeter, and in this engine 268 brake horsepower feed 1 liter of the fuel. The R26B engine is located in the middle of the car and is longitudinally mounted. The whole engine is made from a combination of materials, but after evaluating ceramic materials, including silicon nitride, silicon carbide, aluminous and zirconias, the company chose a series stabilized zirconia for the main components of its rotary engine design based on the material's high fracture toughness and bench strength, high temperature capability, low thermal conductivity and resistance to hydrothermal degradation and oxidation in the presence of a variety of chemical active fuel materials and additives. The material is produced by Ultra Hard Materials Ltd, Swansea, UK. At that time, Mazda sold nearly 2 million vehicles powered by rotary engines before abandoning design in 1995. In this car, this engine is paired with an old-school 5-speed manual gearbox from the Porsche 956, which was equipped with a Borg & Beck triple-plate racing clutch, with which this driver at that time could operate with the gear lever which was located near his right hand. The engine and transmission in this car are connected with ultra-light prop shaft and all power is distributed to the rear wheels. This is a rear-wheel drive car. The entire Mazda 787B chassis is made in combination of two materials, the carbon fiber and Kevlar. The chassis was designed by Nigel Stout for the Mazda Speed team, whose representative was the Mazda 787B. Even today, after 3 years, the combination of these two materials, the carbon fiber Kevlar, is the best but also at the same time the cheapest option that gives us two things. The first thing is the lightness of the car, which is crucial for speed, and the second most important thing is the firmness of the chassis, which is crucial if you are talking about the driver's safety. Suspensions in this car: on the front axle we have a double visual suspensions with pull rod operating board built-in coil springs and dampers with adjustable anti-roll bars. And on the rear axle we have also double visual suspensions with top rocker operating board built-in coil springs and dampers with adjustable anti-roll bars. Brakes in this car: on the front and on the rear axle we have a Brembo ventilated carbon ceramic brake discs measuring 356 mm, which are combined with Brembo brake pads. And at that time that was basically a complete braking system on the wheels of the Mazda 787B. Wheels and tires in this car: on the front axle we have a monoblock forged aluminum alloy wheels from the Race Engineering with center lock wheel nuts, dimensions 12-inch wide and 18-inch in diameter, equipped with Dunlop racing tires dimensions 30/64 R18. And on the rear axle we have also monoblock forged aluminum alloy wheels from the Race Engineering with center lock wheel nuts, dimensions 14.75 inch wide and 18 inch in diameter, equipped with Dunlop racing tires dimensions 35/71 R18. Length of this car 4,782 mm, wide 1,994 mm, height 1,003 mm, wheelbase 2,660 mm, front track 1,534 mm, rear track 1,504 mm, weight of this car 803 kilos, fuel capacity 100 liters. This was the basic information about the Mazda 787B car. Now we will go to the track to see how this car will handle with all obstacles on most beautiful track in Europe, the Le Mans track. Okay my friends, we are behind the steering wheel of the Mazda 787B car and we are on the Le Mans track, one of the most beautiful tracks in Europe. On the left side of your screens you have a speedometer where you can see the top speed of this 3-year-old beast. The interior of this car clearly and loudly sent the message of that old quality period in which everything revolved around simplicity, car power and driving skills. When you sit behind the wheel of the Mazda 787B, you will notice that the main word in the interior of this car has two materials, carbon fiber and Kevlar, and you will notice them on the dashboard, on the roof, on the doors, on the steering wheel, basically everywhere. Beside the carbon fiber and Kevlar, also inside of this car we have a roll cage made according to all, from that time, FIA regulations. We have a racing seat that is made entirely of carbon fiber according to all, again from that time, FIA specifications, and which is also completely covered with Kevlar. We have a fire extinguisher system and seatbelts that are attached to the seat in 3 points. In front of the driver is positioned an old-school proper round steering wheel without any buttons and knobs on its surface. All buttons, knobs, fuses in this car are placed on the left side on the dashboard, and on them the driver can operate with the entire system of the car. We are on the straight of the Le Mans track in 5th gear and I didn't do any adjustments on this car to go faster. This is what you get when you download the mod, and link where you can download this mod will be in the description of this video. 315 km per hour, okay, the top speed of the Mazda 787B car is 315 km per hour. I must say this is really nice result. Behind the steering wheel, my friends, is a main screen, where you can see only the basic information from the car, your moving speed, in which gear you are, your lap times and the number of RPMs. Above the main screen you have two green rev counter lights which have the task of reminding you when is the best time to change gear. But there is not the end when it comes to informing driver. Next to the main screen, in the middle of the dashboard, you will find 4 small screens, which will give you information about your fuel consumption per lap, how much fuel you have in the car and the highest reached number of RPMs during the entire race. When you turn on lights, the main screen and all 4 small screens glow. Outside this car we can say that the most important things work, but not all. The headlights work, the brake lights work, the tail lights work and the wiper works. Only indicators doesn't work. This car also has many things adjustable. You have adjustable rear wing, front splitter, engine limiter, brakes bias, brakes power, alignment, tires pressure, suspension, dampers. And you can change the final gear ratio in the game, and also you can set up each gear separately, which is a good thing. If you are talking about technological 90s in this car, you have the option to turn on or off the ABS, and that's it. You have 3 different sets of tires, 3 types of slicks, soft, medium and hard. This car is very balanced and very stable for a 3-year-old car. The steering wheel is very sharp and precise, brakes also work phenomenally, brake discs glow with nice orange paint during the braking, and when the car is accelerated or doing the gear change you will notice flames from one exhaust pipe located on the right side of the car in front of the right rear wheel. In the car folder in total you will find 5 basic skins versions, and you can preview all of them in the game showroom and in the content manager showroom. For this mod you don't need to have a custom shader patch to be able to use this car in the game. Okay my friends, now we will go to the pit lane of the Le Mans track to get conclusion about the Mazda 787B car. This was the Mazda 787B car and conclusion is very simple. The Mazda 787B is an icon of the motoring world. It was David battling Goliath, and which will forever be remembered for its incredible win at the Le Mans and its divine sound that can't be mistaken with another car. 1951 was the year when it all started, when a company called NSU Motor and Work AG from Germany started developing an engine that would become symbolic with the Mazda name. Engine was developed by Felix Wenkel, and the first working prototype was first launched on February 1, 1957. Then, in 1961, Mazda and NSU signed an agreement for development of the Wenkel engine, and soon after that, in 1967, Mazda was released their first rotary-powered car. After many ups and downs tapping in place, many attempts that did not lead to significant result, hope slowly faded. The question was whether Mazda would be able to do something significant in the world of motorsport with its rotary engine. But all questions and doubts were dispelled on June 23, 1991, when the Johnny Herbert, with the help of its colleagues Bertrand Gachot and Volker Weidelar, flashed across the Le Mans finish line for the first and final time, driving a green and orange Group C Mazda bearing the number 55. That day, the 23rd of June 1991, Mazda's name was inscribed in golden letters in the history of motorsport as the name of the first Japanese automobile company that win on the 24 hours of Le Mans with a rotary engine. No one before and after Mazda's historic success has achieved such a great thing with Wenkel's masterpiece. Thank you, Mazda, for such a beautiful car. My friends, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, like. If you don't like it, dislike. Share if you want. Stay safe, health, and remember, always wear your seatbelt when you drive. See you in the next video. Bye.